Good day guys, my name's Starbreaker22 and today we're doing another deck profile. This is by far the cutest archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's called the Melffy archetype. So, this deck is amazing as all the Melffys have an effect that during your end phase you can special summon them to the field, and when your opponent does anything such as normal summon, special summon, or try to target him for attack, they get returned to the hand to get additional effects. So, let's get into that. Firstly, I play 3 copies of Melffy Puppy. Its additional effect, besides its Melffy effect, is that it can special summon a level 2 or lower beast monster from your deck to the field. And then I play 3 copies of Melffy Penny. Its additional effect is that it can special summon 1 beast monster from your hand, and that can be amazing depending on whichever card is in your hand, basically. I play 3 copies of the new Melffy Wally, and its additional effect is that when it activates Melffy effect, it can special summon 2 Melffys from your deck with different names except Melffy Wally. I then play 3 copies of Melffy Penny. It's the only one that doesn't have a normal Melffy effect, as this one is the new tuner of the archetype. And its effect is that if a face-up beast monster you control was returned to the hand this turn, so as you can see all of them are beast monsters, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then immediately after it resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using this card you control and Melffy monsters in your hand. So yeah, you can go into some decent synchro plays with this depending on what you have. Also, it has additional effect from the graveyard. That is that when you end your turn and you have a XYZ monster on the field, a beast XYZ monster, you can attach him to that XYZ monster as additional material. I play 2 copies of Catty. Its effect is that you can add a beast monster from your deck to your hand. I play 2 copies of Pony. You can add a beast monster, level 2 or lower beast monster from your graveyard to your hand. And then 3 copies of Nimble Momonga. Nimble Momonga is just there so that to get my opponent to try to destroy it via battle and give me additional life points and materials on the field. Then I play single copy of Beast King Barbaros to help me try to clear the field and get a 3000 beat stick. Alpha, same effect, trying to clear the field and also a 3000 beat stick. And I play True King the Disaster as the way to disrupt my opponent's play by banishing 3 cards with different names from the extra deck when he gets special summoned. That's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So for the spell cards, I play 3 copies of Obedience Schooled. Obedience Schooled is a great card because if you control no monsters, you can special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type effect monsters. You negate the effects and you can only special summon beast type monster for the rest of the turn. But this is a great way. If you go second, you play Obedience Schooled, and if you have Beast King Barbaros, boom, you triple summon, you clear your opponent's field. Then you play 3 copies of Melffy Hide and Seek. So the first time each beast monster you control will be destroyed by card effect, it's not. And then you can target 3 beast monsters in your graveyard with different names, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 1 card. I play 3 copies of Melffy Tag. It's a quick play spell, and then you target 1 Melffy monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Great to extend plays during your opponent's turn. I play 1 copy of Staring Contest, the new card from Power of the Elements. It's where you can reveal 1 beast monster in your hand, and then you add a Melffy card with a different name from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then the monster you revealed, you put at the bottom of your deck. And then when during your opponent's battle phase, when they try to attack, you can reveal Melffy monsters in your hand, and then all your opponent's monsters lose attack and defense now loses attack up to the combined attack and defense of each revealed Melffy monster. Melffy monsters only have about 400 attack and defense combined. So yeah, you can actually make your opponent lose quite a bit of damage. I play 1 copy of Monster Reborn and 1 Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice is there so that I can negate effects, and just disrupt the place. That's it for the spell cards. Let's get into my traps. For the traps, I play 1 copy of Melffy Playhouse, as this also just helps clear your opponent's field by detaching any number of materials from a piece XYZ, and then return the same number of cards on the field, and then all beast monsters, XYZ monsters you control, gain 500 attack for each material detached to activate this card. I play 2 copies of Solemn Strike, as this is also just to help disrupt the plays. Then I play 3 copies of my new favorite card, and that card is Terrors of the Overroot. This is by far one of my new favorite cards. It's amazing. Your opponents won't expect you to play it, and you can disrupt their plays quite nicely. So the way it works is you target 1 card your opponent controls and 1 card in their graveyard. The card in the field gets sent to the graveyard, and then you set the card you target in the graveyard to the field. So it's an amazing card that has helped me a lot in some fun duels with friends and at locals. But yeah, it's quite an amazing deck. That's it for my spells. Let's get into the extra deck. Firstly, I play 3 copies of the new Synchro monster from Power of the Elements, Merry Melffys. When this card is special summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field and return it to the hand. And then it has its own Melffy effect, where it sends itself back to the extra deck to special summon out a Melffy XYZ monster. I then play 2 copies of Joyous Melffys, where you can detach, its effect is you can detach 1 material, then all your Melffy monsters can attack directly this turn. And then also, during your opponent's turn, you can target a XYZ beast monster you control, return it to the extra deck, and then special summon Melffy monsters or level 2 or lower beast monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials that were attached. I then play 2 copies of Melffy Mommy. Its quick effect is that you can attach a beast monster from your hand or field to this card, and then it gains effects depending on the number of materials attached to it. So if you have 3 or more materials, it cannot be destroyed by battle. If you have 4 or more materials, then you take no damage from battles involving this card. And then finally, when you have 5 or more materials attached to this, you can, when attackers declare involving this card, an attack position monster, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack position's monster's attack. So it's good for just getting some burn damage off, or effect damage. And I play Onibimaru Soul Sweeper, 1 copy of him, as you can detach 1 material from him and then target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it until your opponent's end phase, and then if he gets destroyed by your opponent's card, you can target the banished monsters up to the number of materials attached to this card, and shuffle them back into the deck. And finally, a single copy of Sky Cavalry Centuria. He cannot be destroyed by battle while he has material, and at the end of the damage step, if this card battle an opponent's monster, detach a material from this card and return that monster to the hand. That's it for my deck, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more amazing videos.
So goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby.